Obviously just so grateful to have the opportunity to be a part of the Guernsey design. It was not at all just on myself in terms of the process. I was working at the club at the time in the inclusion and diversity sector, and yeah, we wanted to really try and make it a full collaborative piece for the entire club. So from staff to players to those who help us with meals, those that maintain the facilities as well. We wanted to try and really incorporate a piece that spoke from our entire football club. So yeah, it was really cool. We didn't change the design enormously from the years before. We felt that the rainbows that wrapped around the Guernsey in itself just felt like a real big embrace and hug of not only the Pride community but the entire club. So that was a really special that was a really special symbol of what the Guernsey represented, so we didn't want to alter that too much, but as I mentioned, wanted to add some personal touches. So we've got the middle hoop of our jumper this season, which embodies what Pride means to, like I mentioned, all sorts of people throughout our football club. I personally put on there Rycroft Road, Darlington, which is where I first came out to my mum. Again, I reflect on even that sentence as it comes out of my mouth, and I think eventually, I'd love for the coming out not necessarily to have to be a thing. I think for me that's a big reason why I love being a part of this sort of thing and making the world a better place in this space, because ideally me coming out to my mum is me just telling my mum who I am, and that's the same for everyone that in terms comes out to whoever it is. So I'd love for eventually that not to have to be a thing, but I understand completely right now why it is, and yeah, that was an extremely special moment for me and a personal touch on the jumper. I know I heard from AMAC and Neens and Darbs around what they put on the jumper in terms of inclusivity, togetherness, to be comfortable as who you are. Those are just small pieces of a big picture in terms of the football club, and it's just so cool to have such a meaningful jumper when we run out. Another awesome feature of the piece is the rainbow Geelong Cats emblem. I mentioned this last year. It's the first time in the club's history that emblem has ever been altered at all, let alone completely changed to represent the rainbow and the Pride community. So just from a club perspective, I think to show the seriousness and how truly the club take on what we're trying to do is so important. We've incorporated all aspects of the rainbow onto our jumper, including people of colour, trans people, everyone included within the LGBTQIA+ community, and that's what we really wanted to do, and that's what Pride Round, I think, in the AFLW was all about. So grateful even right now for this opportunity we're over here. I'm living in Geelong now. We've flown back to WA, and the football club are beautiful enough for it to give me an opportunity to tell my story. So like that is just, that speaks volumes as to the work that we're doing as a footy club and how good Pride Round is. But yeah, for me personally, I'm trying to think how old I would have been now. 13, 14 maybe, I'm 24 now, so 10 years ago, which sounds pretty surreal, but yeah, so much has happened since then. I wouldn't say I've changed since then, and I also, like I mentioned before, I wouldn't say I was any different before then. Like, that was a significant moment in time where for me I was able to share a bit more of myself with my family, and ever since then I've felt nothing but love and support and comfort with that, which I feel so incredibly grateful for, but I'm also not naive to the fact that that is not the case for everyone. And again, I feel so blessed to have been received in the way that that was for me. But yeah, that's just, as I mentioned, there's so many people that are continuing to go through homophobia and treated differently for wanting to be comfortable in who they are. So we speak about how far we've come as a society, as a football club, and as a competition as well. But I think this is one of the biggest reasons as to why we need to continue doing what we're doing, because oftentimes you can get caught up in how grateful you are, and as I mentioned, in my position, but there's just so much more work to do to make sure that's the case for everyone. The club at West Coast have still got a lot of great connections there, and this is where for me the opposition is one thing, but I mentioned this last week when we played GWS. I spoke a bit to the group around the Pride jumper and just the competition in general, how cool it is that you can feel a sense of competition and the game's there to be won, but also there's a bigger game being played and we're all in on that game together, which I just think is really powerful. It's really strong. It's an awesome movement in terms of what the competition is doing, and that's what I feel again today with West Coast. As I mentioned, they're my old club. I'm in the Geelong stripes now, but again, Geelong, West Coast, regardless, we're all out here fighting for the same thing, and hope for a cracking game. It'll be awesome. The personal touch on the jumper, I think, not only for myself, but again, as we mentioned, the amount of girls that have contributed to that, staff who have contributed, the entire club to be able to know that those words are on the jumper. We purposely, when creating it, didn't want to make it too bold or externally visible, but I think we did that on purpose to know that yeah, what we stand for is embedded within the threads of the jumper, and again, we're going to go out there and have our performance much more meaningful because of it.